If you step out that door tonight, don't come back. This is the story of Leon and Jelly. One evening, Jelly was preparing for a party. She applied her makeup carefully and chose her favorite dress. I'm going to a colleague's birthday party, she told Leon. Don't wait up. I might be back late. Leon sat on the couch, watching her move quickly around the room. You're going out too much, Jelly, he said calmly, though unease tugged at his chest. Every time you leave, I get this sinking feeling that something isn't right. Jelly paused, her expression showing a flicker of discomfort. She avoided his eyes as she reached for her heels. You're overthinking, she said softly, though tension lingered in her tone. It's just a small gathering. Leon didn't let it go. It's not just about going out. You never really tell me where you're going or who you're with. It feels like you're hiding something. The room grew heavy with silence. Jelly looked briefly confused, unsure how to respond. Leon rose from his chair, exhaustion and worry written across his face. Don't go out tonight, he said, low but firm. I can't take this anymore. Watching you leave like it doesn't matter. Annoyance flashed across Jelly's face, though she tried to stay composed. It's just a party, Leon. I'll be back later. Promise. That's not the point, Leon interrupted. It's not about what time you get home. It's about how distant you've become. You don't seem to care about us anymore. I feel like I'm the only one trying to hold this relationship together. Jelly looked torn. Her eyes flicked toward Leon, then toward the front door. I don't want to argue, she said. I just want to enjoy time with my friends tonight. That's all. Leon's voice hardened, resolute. If you walk out that door tonight, don't come back. Her hand froze on the doorknob. His words hit her like a blow. She hadn't expected it to go this far. What are you saying? She asked, trembling. Exactly what I said, Leon replied. I can't take this anymore, Jelly. I've reached my limit. If you leave tonight, it's over. Jelly stood frozen, staring at him, the weight of his words settling in. But after a deep breath, she chose to ignore it. We'll talk later, Leon. It's just a party. Don't make it more than it is, she said firmly, turned the knob, and walked out without looking back. The door closed with a hollow sound, leaving silence in the room. Leon remained on the couch, his gaze fixed on the door, the echo of her words heavy in his chest. He chose the party. She chose her friends. Not him, he thought, pain sharpening. About an hour later, Leon received a call from a friend. I saw your wife, the friend said. She was walking with another man. Just thought you should know. Leon tried to get more details, but his friend only confirmed what he'd seen. Jelly and a man together on the street. The image haunted Leon as he sat alone, thoughts spinning, chest aching. I can't live like this anymore, he thought. The next morning, Leon acted as if nothing had happened. Jelly, feeling a twinge of shame from the night before, didn't bring it up either. She got dressed quietly for work. Leon remained silent, his mind filled with more than words could express. The silence now carried more weight than any argument. He watched her leave with sadness in his eyes. As the door closed, he exhaled slowly, releasing something built up for too long. With quiet resolve, he began packing a few clothes and personal items. The decision in his heart was final. Love hadn't disappeared completely, but something had shifted, and there was no turning back. His suitcase held just a few belongings, barely enough to start anew. Leon stepped out of the house, a plan he had mulled over all night. On his way, he stopped at the bank and withdrew money from their joint account. He didn't look back, didn't second-guess. He was moving toward a new chapter. When Jelly returned, everything seemed normal, until she noticed the emptiness. Leon's clothes, luggage, and personal items were gone. Silence and space filled the house they once shared. Panic rose. Trembling, she grabbed her phone and called Leon. Why didn't you tell me? Did I do something wrong? She asked, tears threatening to fall. I know why, Jelly, Leon said. You can't live like this in our relationship anymore. I ignored so many signs. You chose parties, friends, and worse. I was betrayed. Jelly's voice cracked. So, I'm just supposed to accept it. That's not what I meant. I just needed space. I didn't realize it would hurt you this much. Please let me explain. Leon cut her off coldly. There's no need. Your explanation doesn't matter anymore. This marriage is over. Before she could speak again, the line went dead. He had hung up. Jelly was stunned, devastated, tears streaming down her face, heart aching with loss and regret. She still loved him, but it was too late. Leon moved to a new city. Solitude was hard at first, but freedom from tension brought peace. There he met Lena, a kind, intelligent woman recently out of a relationship. Casual conversations grew into deeper connection. Lena listened without judgment and gently encouraged him to heal. They shared meals, walks in parks, and slowly formed trust and comfort. Months passed, and their bond deepened. A year after his marriage ended, Leon proposed in a flower garden they often visited. She said yes, her smile warm and joyful. Back in the house they once shared, Jelly's life unraveled. Parties, attention, excitement. All faded. The house felt colder, emptier. She lost the person who truly loved her. Alone, she faced the consequences of her choices. In another story, a man had been with his girlfriend for 4 years. They were in a strong, loving relationship, and he planned to marry her. But one night he went out drinking with friends, hitting multiple bars. At some point, a flower vendor appeared, and he ended up with a bouquet of roses. He couldn't recall if he bought them or a friend did. Pieces of the night came back. He remembered trying to give the roses to another woman, who thankfully declined. A friend reminded him how badly he blacked out, how he had to be carried home, and vaguely mentioned other girls. Though he remembered little, guilt weighed heavily. His girlfriend was kind and trustworthy, someone he deeply admired. He couldn't imagine her crossing a line. He realized the night revealed his own weakness. Since then he stopped drinking, recognizing the problem. Now he faced a dilemma: tell her and risk trust, or quietly carry guilt, having learned his lesson and vowed never to repeat it. Would you like help exploring the best way to handle such a situation?